Now this is the board game I have been looking for. Clash of Cultures from WizKids puts you and your friends in the driver's seat of a burgeoning civilization. It's your job to shepherd your people to greatness and protect them from the dangers that surround them. There are tons of reasons I love this game, but here are the top 3. First, the game is so gorgeous, it's so thematic, it's almost cinematic at times. Some empires quickly sprawl across the map, gobbling up barbarian territories and settling new lands that other players haven't even discovered yet. Other empires turtle up and build economies and ancient wonders that allow them to research advanced technologies. With just a glance at the board, you can see the entire game's narrative play out. You can see where the wars have happened, who has good relationships with who, and where the tension currently is. Most importantly, you can see what other players' intentions are, and you can see how they're trying to get their victory points. That brings me to point number 2, which is that you can play Clash of Cultures how you want to play it. Do you want to be a peaceful empire that focuses primarily on your own glory and your own prosperity? You can do that. The only wars you'll have to fight are ones against barbarians or particularly aggressive opponents, and you can probably take them. You want to be a warmonger? Well, there's plenty of glory and gore as well, because you can win points by accomplishing feats in battle and by just conquering other cities. The vast array of acceptable strategies in Clash of Cultures is amplified because, in this box, the Clash of Cultures Monumental Edition, you can play as a specific empire that has specific strengths and weaknesses. Even though these asymmetries are small, they make a gargantuan difference in how the game plays out. You'll have these great moments where you look over at somebody and say, wait, what? You can do that? For instance, the Huns can migrate across the board, taking their cities with them because their home is wherever they are at the moment. Romans can use their roads to shuttle around their own region faster than anybody else on the board can. That brings me to reason number 3 that I love this game, which is that Clash of Cultures does not pull its punches. You can do a ton of stuff in this game, and all of it connects to other elements of the game's design. Just as a brief checklist of what's possible to do with the things in this box. You can establish a trade route with your opponent. You can build the Great Pyramids, train war elephants, fight alongside Alexander the Great. You can draft infantry from your population in a time of need. You can use diplomacy to erect a formal peace pact with another player that can be broken, but you probably don't want to break it. You can invade an opponent from the sea and even conquer their entire civilization, which will trigger the end of the game, and there are so many other things you can do. Clash of Cultures is a blast, and I fully recommend it if, it sounds cool to you. But there is a few things that you should know before you buy it. First is that combat is really swingy, and a few bad dice rolls can really set your empire back if you're relying on winning an important battle. Second is, this game is old school and you can feel it. It's not your super streamlined modern board game experience. The rulebook is chonky, and there are a lot of interactions, and you might find yourself referring to this rulebook to figure out how that interaction works. But if you're like me and you don't mind that, that's okay. Third, for people who get overwhelmed by options, this game ain't for you because you have a gigantic menu of the things you can do in front of you, and this menu doesn't even cover everything. There are so many different things you can do in this game, but that can be overwhelming. So that all being said, if you want to build an empire, if you want to establish peace treaties with your friends and then break them in the moment that it's most advantageous to you, buy Clash of Cultures. It's a ton of fun. Thanks for watching. Follow for more.